everyone. We're back on the beach. It's actually our fifth day here in Rimini, Italy. And today, yes. And where's my baby? Anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day once again. And there's not too many people yet because it's actually not summer yet here. It's not officially summer in Italy yet. So most of the guests are like old people, pensioners from Germany, from the UK, enjoying the sunny Italy. It's actually my first time here in Rimini. Yes, after 10 years, I never got here. We were always, every year we would go to Tuscany. It's like a second home to us. That's my baby over there. And Tuscany is like second home to us. So every so often, summer or not, we are there. And this time, because I discovered Ancona recently, so this time we're trying Rimini. But of course, my husband has been here all the time and he's Italian. Okay, say something to our viewers. Were you able to catch your jellyfish?
No, I'm waiting for you.
Oh, sorry about that. You want to eat something?
No, I want some jellyfish, but I needed you to go somewhere more over there because it's occupied with dead crabs, and I don't want to walk on top of them.
Oh, okay. But our rented umbrella is right here. Here, where we are, where the bag is. We rented an umbrella here for the day. So aside from the hotel fees and the food and everything, you have to pay for the ombrellone. 20 euros a day for due lettini, two beds. Two, it's not exactly a bed. You know what I mean. Since I got here in Italy, I already forgot my English. I don't use it very often, so I'm trying to learn Italian. Okay, so here's our posto,
Here it
as
is.
they call it.
Here's my newest clay that I invented myself.
Okay, and voila! Hi everyone, once again. It's my third time of trying this YouTube live and I was never successful.
Look
The
at
first
this
one lasted
Look
for,
at this clay that I made.
oh, whoa,
It's clay. It feels like clay. You can
okay.
sculpture something.
Oh, you can sculpt something there?
Yeah, he's a boy
Great.
with a castle.
Okay, no, okay, go, fine. Go, try to make some castle there. Anyway, as I was saying, it's my third try of doing YouTube live. And so far I've never been, I am never successful there. Because the first one, it's supposed to last an hour, but the first try I had, my battery went down. So after 48 minutes, it was gone. There was no more power. The second time yesterday in the other side of Rimini, we were in another hotel. Oh, I was able to finish 1 hour, but it just wouldn't upload, and I don't know why. So anyway, hopefully, the third time is the charm, as they say. Am I right? Third time is the charm. Comunque, comunque. Anyway, in Italian. Yeah, it's a beautiful part of Rimini here. We've been, as I said, we've been here for 5 days. Well, actually, it's a 5 day vacanza, vacation, sort of a vacation for us. The first day, we left home, we left Como on Thursday, very, very early in the morning of Thursday. And we went to Piemonte to see some vigneto. We went to Asti. Asti is the place where they make the champagne, white wines, the lighter kind of wine. And then after Piemonte, where we enjoyed the greens and some medieval places, we went to this place called Viarigi, which is it's relatively unknown here in Italy. I think my husband didn't even know where it was. Anyway, I discovered it online and we went there. It's a medieval place, very charming. I love it, very quiet. It's a collina, they call it a campagna, like like a farm, not exactly a farm, but a province, a country, countryside of Piemonte or Piedmont. And we went to see some houses there. I'm inamorata with the casa affrescata. Those frescoed ceilings. I love them. So I've been looking and looking for houses like that. So that got us to Vierici because it's, as I said, it's one medieval place there in Piemonte. And after Vierici, we drove to Parma. Of course, Parma is known for the Parma ham and Parmigiano Reggiano, like our Parmesan cheese. They are made there. And after Parma, we went to Bologna. Yeah, Bologna. And then Ravenna. In Ravenna, we stayed for 2 days. We were on the beach also. We stayed in this nice, cute little hotel, like a bed and breakfast, with a very beautiful balcony overlooking the sea. It was beachfront. It was a beachfront hotel. And all hotels here actually are beachfront. You have the view of the beach from the balcony or from your hotel. And after Ravenna, we came here to Rimini. So we've been here for like since the other day. It's our third day here. And well, so far we're enjoying it, especially my baby. My baby, he's been enjoying
Place.
looking for what?
Place.
Yeah, he's been enjoying looking for no catching some jellyfish
But there are
in
no
Ravenna, but no jellyfish here. He got some clams. Now he's got a collection of clams and different
clay.
kinds of
Look at this piece
shells.
of clay.
And now he's into this sand sculpting thing.
Now I'm inventing this. I'm actually getting all the clay that I can find. And then I just put it with the rest of the clay.
Okay. So yesterday we had a pictorial on the beach. It was lovely. I had the grandest time. Only me and my baby, the two of us, because my husband is always somewhere out there. He never stays with us. I don't know why he always wants to be alone. So it's just only me and my baby all the time. We're always together. We're very, very inseparable. I found the best travel buddy with my baby T. He's the best ever. Well, anyway, as I was saying, I am not really a traveler. I'm not so much into traveling. I like staying at home. I'm very homebody, and but my husband is exactly the opposite. He likes to be here and there,
Here's the
as
difference
they
of
call it in
sand and
Italia.
the clay.
Liela. Sempre
Here's the
liela.
difference
He's
of the
always here
sand and the
there.
clay.
Wait a moment.
The clay is actually made of sand with water. And if you add more sand, it will become even more clayey.
And now you can take. As I told you, make your own castle. Make something.
I already did make my own castle.
Okay, and later you can play there. There's a play area here for kids.
Perfect.
You can go jumping there on the Altaland. Oh, what is that? Not an Altalana, but
Ciao.
ciao.
Bella.
No, 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 grazie.
Vabbè, mi si può.
There are some hawkers here, street vendors, street hawkers. Anyway, yes, I was saying I am never the. I'm not really very adventurous, if I may say that. Because I like staying at home. I'm so happy in the comforts of my home. I like being, cocooned. I can stay in one place and I can stay there forever.
You know, even
But
then
since
the
I had a
clay will
baby, and also as I said, my husband is very,
stick. This
very
clay sticks each other.
okay. My husband
Even
is
if
such a
there's too
wanderlust.
much,
He
the
likes
clay,
moving
it will
around.
still
He's
stick
always on
and
the move,
stay the
always on the
same.
go. And sometimes it's not easy for me, knowing my personality that I just like to be in one place, and that's it. Anyway, maybe I can talk about how I got here, okay? Or maybe how I met my husband. I've been here in Italy for the last 10 years, since I married my husband in 2011. But before that, I was in Italy 20 years ago, exactly in 2021. Oh no, 2001. I was a scholar in Holland, in the Netherlands, where I stayed for more than 3 months. And after that, I made a European tour with my brother. Okay, so my brother and I met in Amsterdam at the airport. And from Amsterdam, we went to Belgium. We had this Eurail pass that got us to at least three different countries, three or
Here's how I
four.
made my own.
We went to Belgium by train, so we stayed in Antwerp and Brussels. I went to visit
Feels
Brussels,
so good.
where I almost got run over by a car. Can you believe it? I was touring around. I was going around the place, and all of a sudden there was this Mercedes right in front of me, and I almost very close, very close.
Here, look
Almost
at
got
this.
run over. And I didn't even have my passport then. I had nothing in my pocket. It was
Can I
just
tell you
going around.
something? Do you know this is perfect
And,
for fixing houses? Or maybe if you have, or maybe if you made a hole in some sand, just put it like this, and it's all done and fixed.
Okay.
See how it's fixed?
Maybe you were talking to me about
The
the
clay.
different kinds of jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Yeah. What are those? You said there's what was that? The snelly, the box jellyfish that is very dangerous. There's also another one that is venomous, that has electricity running through it when it bites you.
Sea nettle jellyfish.
Okay, talk about it now. Okay, my baby wants to talk about the different kinds of jellyfish.
And jelly blobs.
Jelly blobs and jellyfish. Okay, talk about it now. Tell us.
Okay, so I want to tell you the different types of jellyfish.
By the way, before that, I want to ask, you tell the viewers that you were able to catch a jellyfish 4 days ago with Papi.
Yes.
Yeah, 4 days ago, he was able to catch some jellyfish with his dad.
Yeah, I got 6 of them.
Oh my God! And are they the stinging type of jellyfish?
No, just moon jellyfishes and jumbo.
Ah, moon jellyfish you call it, moon jellyfish.
Yes, and some jumbo jellyfish.
Jumbo jellyfish. What's the difference between the two?
They both are the same, but the moon jellyfish actually has some purple, and the jumbo jellyfish is just all clear.
Ah, all clear and transparent. And what about the snelly? What's that, snaily?
What?
The jellyfish that stings and can cause death
What?
in humans.
Box jellyfish?
The box jellyfish, and there's another, the one that has electricity on it. What is
The
that?
stinging sea nettle jellyfish.
Okay, stinging sea nettle jellyfish. Talk about it. Because
Well, the
I also
stinging
don't know
sea
about it.
nettle jellyfish.
Okay, how do you, are you talking while showing your big butt? Why don't you show your face and talk about it like a serious teacher,
Sorry,
Tonito?
Mom, I'm repairing something.
Okay, teacher Tonito in the house. Now, teacher Tonito is gonna talk about what's it again?
Different types of jellyfish.
See, the last one that you mentioned? The snaily,
Box jellyfish.
and the
Sea nettle jellyfish.
sea nettle jellyfish. Come here now and talk about it, Antonio. I'm
Wait, I'm
tired.
repairing something.
Okay, so don't bother me when I start talking. Okay? Don't
Okay.
bother me. If you don't want to talk about the jellyfish now, then don't bother me. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now he's gonna talk about the stinging, snelly,
Ugh. Stinging sea nettle jellyfish.
stinging sea nettle jellyfish. Okay,
Yes,
so talk about
correct
it now.
me. Well, the stinging
Antonio, I cannot hear you there.
The stinging sea nettle jellyfish, is one of the venomous jellyfishes, but that's not only the venomous one. The box jellyfish is the venomous one.
Okay,
of the
so
entire world.
let's focus
He's
on
the
the sea
king
nettle.
of the jellyfish world.
Okay, the king of the jellyfish world is the box jellyfish. But let's focus on the stinging sea nettle jellyfish.
Okay, stinging sea nettle jellyfish, as I said yesterday, has actually electricity, but inside, not only electricity, venom.
Ah, so it has venom, it's venomous, and it has electricity running through it. So
No, inside the electricity it's venomous.
okay. So what happens now if, let's say, somebody gets stung by the stinging sea nettle jellyfish? What happens?
What happens is that he will die. If he's allergic, he will die. If he's not allergic, he should he the box jellyfish. You will feel pain and venom, and there's venom, but you can go to a doctor, and I don't really know if there's an antidote or not.
Okay. And what about the other one, the box jellyfish? This
Box
venomous king of all
jellyfishes
jellyfish.
are one of the most dangerous jellyfishes. If somebody gets stung and he's allergic, he will die. It's the same if he's not allergic, he will still die.
Oh my God! Why? What's in this box jellyfish?
Venom. All made of venom.
Very
Even
strong
the
venom?
entire body is made out of venom.
Oh my God! Oh my God! And you said that there are jellyfishes that don't have sting.
That don't
That
sting.
don't sting at all.
That don't sting at all. Moon jellyfishes never sting. They don't have any tentacles, and they actually don't ever sting. They don't sting.
Okay.
They don't sting.
Ah, so they
They're
don't
not-
have these tentacles.
No, they don't have these tentacles.
Okay. What other kinds of jellyfish do we have? Only those?
We've got just a second, okay? We've got another venomous jellyfish you want?
Yeah.
Or maybe the jumbo jellyfish.
The jumbo jellyfish. What is that?
It's actually a big jellyfish, but it does not sting.
Uh huh. So it's the same as the moon jellyfish?
Except that it does not have any purple. And it's bigger than a moon jellyfish.
Ah, it's bigger
It's
and
the
it's
biggest jellyfish in the world.
the biggest jellyfish in the world. So it doesn't have the purple streak on it.
No, it doesn't have. Some moon jellyfishes even have a purple flower.
Really? Oh, that's cute.
Yes, sometimes they have a purple flower on them.
Oh, really? Okay, so enough of the jellyfishes. Are we finished with that?
Yes.
What about the clams? You were telling me about the clams yesterday.
Yes, clams. Okay, so I want to explain about the clams.
Okay.
So clams, as you know, you never heard of the giant clam.
Oh,
He's
I
the
have
biggest
never heard
clam.
of that. What
He's the
about
biggest clam in the
giant
world.
clam? Tell me.
Well, he is very big
Mm-hmm.
and very strong. He can bite anyone.
Oh,
But he's not as big as us.
okay.
Except that he's a little bit bigger than the face of us.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so clams are actually very good. They're actually very good. And they don't do anything. They don't ever bite, only the giant clams. Look at this. I just collected a small alive clam.
Okay, so it's closed yet. That's why. That means it's alive. There's somebody inside of it.
Yes, it's I tried to pry it open, but it wasn't. Look at all these clams.
Hello, Tatus.
Okay, yeah. Ciao. Grazie.
Okay, and this one is completely empty.
Okay.
Empty moss. And another one is empty. I just opened this one. I was empty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one is alive. And we've also got some snail shells.
Okay, okay.
And as you know, some of them even look like this.
Uh-huh.
So we don't need those.
All right.
So actually, let's talk about
the
these
crabs.
I said clams.
Okay, clams.
We haven't finished yet.
Okay.
So as you know, clams, they live underwater, but some live on the beach. They don't even need water.
What is the midnight sea that you were talking
The
about?
midnight zone.
Midnight zone. What is that?
It's where tons of box jellyfish are.
They swim in the midnight zone of the sea.
Yes.
When you say midnight zone, what is that? It's very dark there, very deep.
Yes, very deep and dark.
Oh,
But the Mariana Trench is even darker.
Mariana Trench. Where is
Yes.
that?
It's the end of the ocean.
Oh, really? Oh my God, I
Yes.
didn't know that.
The Mariana Trench is the only place that is that is unexplored. It's too deep. The pressure will just crush you like a weed.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. What is that? It's something new to my ears. The Mariana Trench is the
Mariana Trench
Mariana Trench is the what?
is the deepest and darkest zone.
The deepest and darkest zone, and you cannot go in there
Yes,
because it has
but-
a very strong current.
Yes, but there are jumbo jellyfish in the midnight zone.
Oh, okay.
In the midnight zone, there are some jumbo jellyfishes.
Oh, right.
Even in the Mariana Trench, it's the favorite jellyfish place. All types of jellyfish live in the Mariana Trench. Some
Oh.
don't even need the Mariana Trench.
Okay. But what are you saying?
There are some
that-
immortal jellyfish under there.
Oh, but why are you saying that if I go, let's say if I go to the Mariana Trench, this
The pressure
I-
will crush you like this.
okay? Oh, there's too much pressure
Yeah, look.
underwater,
Look how it will crush
and it
you.
will crush
Look
me
at-
like
look
you
at
said.
this.
It will crush you
Look-
like a weed.
Look how it will crush.
That's funny.
Look at it, how it will crush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about the crabs now? You told me about the crabs, how they grow. What was that again? I already forgot. Guys, wait, let me just
Ah,
say,
yes,
you know,
the
guys,
crabs
my
do
baby
grow their lost
is the
roots.
almanac of all things pests, bees, wasps, rats, rabbits, name it, he knows it. Fish, sharks, what else?
Ooh, sharks
Sea
again.
creatures, underwater creatures. He's like a walking encyclopedia. He can talk on and on. Anyway, he was telling me about crabs. Before, you were telling me about crabs, how they can grow their
Yes.
their
but
what was that?
everybody, viewers and subscribers and
Uh-huh.
commenters, if you ever know what these are, comment in below. I don't know what these are.
Oh, those are probably clams, part of the clams too.
No,
Clam
probably
family.
there's some baby barnacles that just hatched.
Oh, what is the barnacle?
A barnacle is actually a species of a barnacle. It's a species of crab.
Oh, okay. Okay. And what about the crabs? Can you talk about the crabs? Like the one that you were telling me yesterday that
I
is
mean,
the
it's a
crab.
type of shrimp. It's a type of shrimp mixed with a crab.
Okay. What happens to the crab? Would you say when they lose their limbs, when their belly is broken,
I mean, when
is injured?
when the leg breaks off, it regrows. But now, can we talk about clams? I'm not finished yet.
Oh, okay. So clams first.
Okay, so as you know, I have a lot of clams. Check this out. I have a million clams inside of this bag.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all this.
Whoa. Okay.
Let me see if I have any alive clams inside.
Oh, this one is like a shell.
That's just a giant clam sculpture.
Yeah. Okay, that
And
one
here
is
we've got a
lovely.
sea whelk. We've got a sea whelk.
A sea walk. Oh, this one is cute. Where is
It's
that?
called, it's a type of sea snail.
Ah, you call it a sea whelk.
Yeah, it's a type of
Okay.
sea snail. Here's a mussel.
Yeah, the mussel tahong
Yeah.
in Tagalog.
Yes,
is my
you-
favorite
yeah,
one,
my
the
mom-
baked mussels.
Yes, my mom usually eats mussels in the Philippines.
When
In this country.
Yeah, when it's baked with garlic and
Yeah,
butter and cheese.
When he pries it
Oh.
open, it just looks like this.
Okay, yeah.
Another one
When did you get all of them?
yesterday, remember?
Oh yeah, with the kids.
Yes. Oh, and look at this snail shell that I just found yesterday. Look.
Oh yeah, that one is also cute.
Oh, we've got a ton of clams to get out. I don't know if there's an alive one.
Oh, this one is like a scallop, I think. Yeah, this is a scallop shell.
No, there are no alive
Scallop.
clams. There are no alive clams in here.
Oh, I used to see this a lot when I was a kid in Batangas, in
Ah.
the Philippines.
Oh. Well, I do
Okay.
have some, here's some purple clams.
Okay,
They're
so
pretty
can we talk about the crab because that's very interesting.
I mean clam. You mean clams.
Yeah, but are we not finished yet with the clams? I want to go into the crab.
Aha! Here is an alive one of clams.
Oh, yeah,
That's
tiny
what I was
one.
looking for.
Yeah, it's not. It's a scallop. You know, this kind of
Yeah,
clam.
it's a scallop, right?
It's a scallop shell.
Yes, now these all the alive clams all go in here, over here. So we've got 2 alive clams.
Okay.
And let's see if we can see some alive clams in my other collection.
All right.
Oh, here's some. Here they are.
Mhm.
Oh, check this out. Check this out, guys.
Yeah.
Looks so interesting. Let's open up. Now, continuing with clams. If there is oh my gosh, where did this come from? Now, let's see. No. Another snail shell. We do have some mussels in here.
Mhm. Finish with that because otherwise it
Okay.
becomes boring.
Okay, so let's talk.
Okay, let's talk about the crabs.
I mean clams.
Enough
Oh,
of the
I'm
clams.
almost
There's
finished.
nothing
I'm almost
anymore.
finished.
Okay.
So as I was talking about the clams, the giant clam, let's talk about.
Mhm.
Giant clams are the biggest clams of the sea.
Mhm.
I know. My brother, the brother of my mom, actually has a giant clam.
Papa Bong, you mean?
Yeah, Papa Bong. He's in the Philippines.
Okay.
Where my mom was living, I wasn't there any yet, but I did go there a long time ago. Remember?
2
Okay,
years
so-
ago.
Yes, but this is what I found. And here, as you know, there are 2 clams. But which one's better, the scallop clam or just this normal clam?
Both of them are cute, you know.
Yes, comment down below. But this scallop clam looks exactly like a skeleton.
Mhm.
And I yesterday tried to pry it open, but it was impossible.
Okay.
Okay, now moving on to crabs.
Okay.
Okay, so
Tell me.
now let's not talk about normal crabs, but let's talk about the Japanese spider crab.
Oh, Japanese spider crab. What about that?
Yeah, my Papa Bone has it too.
Really?
Yes, it has 8 legs like a spider, 2
Mhm.
pincers, and 1 head. It's just a spider crab, really.
Mhm.
And as you know, spider crabs are the biggest crabs in the world.
Okay.
American spider crabs are not very big. Not
Mhm.
really, really big. They
Mhm.
are some of them are small. Baby Japanese spider crabs are still small, but still very rare.
Mhm.
And now moving on to actually
What happens to the crab, as you say, when the crab
what-
injures its belly?
I mean when the
The
crab,
crab is regrowing. You said. Talk about that.
you
because
said
I
not the
myself didn't
belly.
know that.
If the belly goes away, that thing won't grow. It has organs.
Ah, so it's dead meat. The crab is dead meat.
Yes.
But which grows? Which part of the crab
Okay.
regrows?
Which part of the crab regrows?
If let's say it chips off its what do you call that? The one that it uses.
Pincher.
The pincher, yeah.
It will regrow.
Okay. And what else will regrow? You said the eyes.
The
I said
eyes
that
will
already.
regrow always.
Hey, talk about it. Like how you talked about it to me yesterday.
Yes, and then
When there's no
also,
video, you talk about
the
it like a real
important thing
teacher. But
is-
when there's the video, you cannot talk
excuse
about
me,
it.
if there are if all of the legs get injured and then fallen out, they will all regrow at the same time.
Okay, for the crab.
One will grow a little bit faster, and another one, and another one, and another one. That's the last and the last.
Mhm.
And then another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, until it finishes the last one. This other one.
Until they're complete. you
Yes,
mean.
they're complete.
Okay, and what else? What else about the crabs do you know?
Crabs. I don't. Well, looks like there's no one here.
Yeah, only us. No, there's a family there. Look, it's coming. They're coming
Oh yeah, you're right.
with a kid.
Okay, so I wanted to tell you that all of these clams and crabs are interesting, but I want to move with something else.
Okay.
Maybe the jellyfish.
Okay,
No.
talk about the jellyfish.
Jellyfishes are, they are actually not just venomous but toxic.
The jellyfish.
Yes, they're toxic.
In what way are they toxic?
Well, the venom is toxic.
Uh-huh. Of course. That goes without saying.
And
Anton, I think you have to make a pee-pee now.
no,
We can make a pee-pee here.
Well, now I should catch some jellyfish. So bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you for the info.
Yeah. We're moving out with the exhaust.
Okay, guys. Sorry. My baby loves to talk about his sea animals. At home, we have tons and tons of snails. And you're so bungy. And, we have tons and tons of snails and slugs and gooey worms, everything. Oh my god, we need a terrarium. Actually, we're thinking of buying a terrarium for him. Kumong Quest, I was saying, how did I get here to Italy? Yeah, 20 years ago, I was in Italy after my scholarship in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, I stayed for 3 months and a half and then I met my brother at the airport, as I was saying, and we went on a European tour. So from the Netherlands, we went to Belgium, where we visited Brussels and Antwerp. And then we went to France, where we stayed for 5 days in Paris, basically. Oh, I had a grand time there. And I always got lost there because I would go around on my own. And my brother then was not in the mood to, tour around because I think he was still jet lagged, because he came from the Philippines. He met me at the Schiphol airport in Netherlands. Anyway, so from France we went to Switzerland, and from Switzerland we landed in Italy. And so anyway, in Italy, the first place I went to was Milan, of course, in Milan Centrale. From there, our friend picked us up and brought us to Lake Como. And that was my first time in Lake Como, and I fell in love. It was love at first sight for me and Lake Como. I remember going to Brunate through this funiculare. They call it funiculare. It's like a train that goes up in the mountain, and from there I could see the sparkling lake. It was fantastic, and it was springtime. That was May of 2001. So there were a lot of flowers. It was a latter part of May, and so many flowers, and it was all a bloom. And the place was fantastic. It was really lovely that I said to myself, oh, I want to live here. I want to live here. Little did I know that I would really live there 10 years after. Exactly 10 years after. Because do you know that? Okay. So in 2001, I was in Italy. So from Lake Como and Milan, we went to the usual touristy places. Like we went to Florence, we went to Pisa, we went to see the Tower of Pisa, and we also went to, I don't know if we went to Venice, but I remember we went to Rome. Okay. And there in Rome, I was in love again. My favorite city of all is Rome, the eternal city. I was so in love with Rome that I didn't want to go home anymore. I stayed in Rome for 3 weeks in total. But anyway, going back to Lake Como, I was so in love with the place that I said that, okay, I want to live here. I want to live here. But little did I know, as I said to you, that I would, magdilang anghel ako, as they call it, that I would really live there after 10 years. Because after after Italy, I went home. Okay. And 8 years after that, in 2009, I met my husband in Makati. Okay. And well, when I met my husband, he was like, I don't know what got into him. He wanted to marry me right away. So he talked to my mother. He wanted to meet my mother right away. So I introduced him to my mother, and I brought him to my mother's house in Batangas. So he met some members of my family, like basically my nieces and nephews, the little ones, you know. And then, so anyway, he wanted to get married right away, but then shortly after he left the Philippines in September, my mother got sick and passed on in November of that same year, 2009. So even if we wanted to get married, we couldn't because there's this belief in the Philippines that if something like that happens in the family, if there's death in the family, you cannot do, like, you cannot get married until after a year, you know. We sort of have to honor my mother that way. I mean, we had to honor my mother that way. So we had to wait, but in the duration of that, the waiting period, my husband, who was then my fiance, was always in the Philippines every 3 months for the entire year. He was in the Philippines every 3 months. So for in that whole 1 year, he got to the Philippines 4 times. You know, 4 times. And finally, my mother had a first death anniversary in November of 2010. So January of 2011, we got married. We got married in Makati, and it was a hush hush, you know, very quick, fast wedding. And but even then, I'm proud to say we were able to pull it off. I mean, with just 2 week preparation, we had only 2 weeks to prepare for everything. And thank God, I mean, I thank my ninongs and ninangs who helped me, particularly Ninang Hilda Lim. May she rest in peace. She was able to help me secure all the documents with the Makati City Hall. She was able to do a lot for that, for it to get
Hi everyone.
to get expedited.
Hi everyone.
And then, okay, so on the night of our wedding, my husband had to go back to Italy, so we didn't have a honeymoon.
Hi everyone.
And after 5 months,
Look back.
after 5 months, I followed. I went to Italy to follow him, and I so remember very well. I was on the same exact spot where I said to myself, I want to live here. In that place in Como, where there's the funiculare. That's exactly 10 years after May 27, 2011. I was there. Exactly 10 years from the time I said it on May 27, 2001. Isn't that very serendipitous? Like one of our sponsors, one of my ninangs in the wedding said, Tina Jacinto, she said that in her write-up, because our wedding was featured in her column, and she said the angels must be listening close by when I said that, because eventually it came true. So, as they say, you better be careful with what you're wishing for, because it's likely gonna come true, and it did for me. It did for
Yeah,
me.
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
Mom.
look at this
It
guy.
comes true. I heard that when you were doing the prayer.
Cleaning the, look at the bel physico. Oh, thank God my husband is in here. My husband is in here. So anyway, my husband is a very jealous type. But anyway, I don't look around. I don't look at other men. He just caught my attention because we're the only ones here. Anyway, as I was saying, so there, I got what I wished for. I was back in Como 10 years after I declared I wanted to live there. And the rest, as they say, is history. You know, so I so from there we went to Mallorca for our honeymoon, because we never had a honeymoon, because since he left the Philippines on the same night that we got married. So we stayed in Mallorca for 8 days, and it was a fun time. I love it there. I love the architecture. I have always been into Spanish architecture, so I love those charming houses along the Calamandia. I remember we were in Calamandia, and you know, Mallorca, Palma de Mallorca is really awesome. It's very cool. It's where the royal family, the Spanish royal family, have a
I'm just
vacation
fixing the road
house.
here.
Okay, so from there we went home and we settled down in Como. That time my husband was living in Glevio, near Brunate. the 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 village next to Brunate actually. And we moved to Canzo because my husband, was building a family. We were building a family, so we needed a place, much larger place with a garden. So there in Canzo, we had our own private garden. Very lovely place, very very lovely, very quiet, very well. It's very near the nature, you know. And little did I know that time after Mallorca. Okay, after Mallorca, that was June, all right, May to June, and then we went back to Cabo. And in July, a month after, I was going back to the Philippines to sort of tie loose ends because I left everything there, so I had to go back to close my business and all of that, settle everything, fix everything. And little that I know that I was already pregnant then. It was like I got pregnant on our honeymoon. So anyway, I was back in the Philippines and I was always feeling ill that I thought something was wrong with me. Well, I was still in Italy a week before I left. I said to myself, "Oh, I think I thought I was sick because I always felt sick. I always felt sick, literally sick. So I said, okay, when I go home, I'll go see a doctor. I think something must be wrong with me. I thought that something was wrong with me. So when I got home, I went to the doctor, but then it turned out I was pregnant. I was 1 month pregnant already. And so I was happy. We were both very happy and jubilant. I told my husband right away. I sent him the scan, and but then that happiness didn't last very long because in August or September, I found out that there was no heartbeat. My baby didn't have a heartbeat. So it's sort of like died in the making, if you can call it that way. So, I had to call my husband and he had to fly back to the Philippines. And on September 23, I think I had my what do you call it? Rischiamento, they call it in Italian. They had to take out. They had to take out the baby in my womb. Okay. I had a DNC, and my husband took care of me in the hospital until he went back to Italy, and I was left in the Philippines. And on December 24 of the same year, that was 2011, I was back in Italy one day before Christmas. And shortly after, again in January, I got pregnant so easily, just like that. I was pregnant again, just a week after I was pregnant again. But then again, of course, I was very happy and excited. But then again, shortly after was another blow. I lost the baby again on February 5. I remember it very, very well. February 5, I had a spontaneous abortion. I lost it spontaneously. And I had bleeding. Okay. But then, do you know that during that time, I could feel that I was pregnant, because that time, January, we moved to Ono to have Ono is near Bellagio. It has the most fantastic view.
Also, I
Even
went to
better
Ono
view
with
of
my
the
own
lake,
grandma.
more than the Bellagio can offer. Anyway, so we were there for a month, and I felt I was pregnant because I was always hungry.
Mom.
I was always hungry, and everywhere I went to, I had a feeling I had twins because everywhere I went to, I would see twins. I would go to the supermarket and I would meet the twin babies. I would go I remember we would always go to the lake then, and I would always see twins. I would always come across twins. Always, everywhere there were twins. So I said, maybe this is a twin. And also, it was the first time that I was always hungry. I ate like a horse. But then, as I said, I lost it eventually. And even though it had been a month that since I lost the baby. In my test, it still showed that I was pregnant. Come to come to think of it. So I felt maybe I had twins. Maybe I was pregnant with twins, but who knows what? I lost it at 5 weeks, and I never even got a chance to see a doctor because nobody believed me. My mother-in-law never believed that I was pregnant then. She didn't believe, although I felt it already. So that was the second time, and then the third time around, I was pregnant again. The month of May, I was pregnant again. So from my spontaneous abortion in February, here comes March, and I mean May, and I was pregnant again. You know, this time I thought it was for real. Why? Because okay, by then I already had a private doctor. Okay, my husband decided to get a private doctor for me because of my case, and so I was lucky to have every 2 weeks to have an exam, to have a checkup, because here if you don't have your own doctor, then you have to wait, there's a queue. You are given sometimes 3 weeks to a month to get your checkup. So mine, I had my regularly, they would check on the baby and it was good, the baby had a heartbeat, etc., etc. Everything was okay, tutu okay, tutu okay. Until one night I woke up feeling so heavy I couldn't imagine, and I couldn't explain why, and I was crying and crying, and I was telling my husband, I think I lost my baby. And he said, "No, why?" I said, "No, I think I lost my baby. I could feel it. I could feel it." Prior to that, I was supposed to have a checkup in the doctor, okay? Prior to knowing that I was pregnant, okay? That was month of May. I was scheduled to have a pap smear because they were thinking of doing IVF on me already, because I got married when I was 40, and by then I was already 41. So they said maybe because of age, things go wrong, so they were thinking of putting me through IVF. And I was supposed to have a pap smear and said, "No, no, no, I'm pregnant." And the doctor said, "Hey, come on, what are you talking about?" And I said, "No, I know I am pregnant. I know I am pregnant." And they said, "Oh, come on." Nobody believed me. In the hospital, they were insisting, "Come on, let's do this thing." And everybody thought I was crazy. And I was already, obsessed. And I said, "No, I am pregnant." So anyway, I won eventually. So instead of doing this pap smear, they decided to do a frog test on me and a scan. And true enough, they saw in the scan I was pregnant. There was a little tiny sac there. And the doctor couldn't believe it. And he said, "Oh, mamma mia, signora, sei incredibile. Sei incredibile. How did you know?" And in fact, when they asked me about my period and all of that, they said, "No, it can't be that you are pregnant because you're supposed to have your, I cannot explain that it is ovulation or whatever. In the next 2 weeks yet, you're supposed to have your period in the next 2 weeks." But I knew somehow I could feel I was pregnant, and indeed I was right. Can you imagine that? I knew that I was pregnant and I was right. So anyway, this pregnancy was going on well. There was the heartbeat every week. There was the checkup. Everything was okay until one night I woke up and feeling so heavy that I couldn't explain what it was, but I felt I had lost my baby. So that next morning we went to the doctor, and indeed, there was no more heartbeat. After the third month, I was already 3 months pregnant then. Can you imagine? My belly was really getting bigger. I had to buy new pants, and my husband was so excited already that they already were he and his mother already bought a maternity dress for me. Everyone was excited. So I lost it again. So I was crying and crying, and the doctor told me, "No, don't worry, you're gonna have it again. You're gonna have it again." And I said, "How can I have it again? I'm already 42. How can I have it again?" And of course, she couldn't say anything, so she also felt very bad for me. So after that, they said, okay, the doctor decided to put me on more and more tests. So I had every week. It was like I was like a draining gasoline tank. They were every week there was a new blood. I had all kinds of blood tests you can imagine, you know,
Did you get
until
any positive?
they found out that I had this problem on my antibodies. It's very high when I'm pregnant, and this somehow affects the baby and kills the baby eventually. And so I also had a problem with my thyroid. So the doctor said, okay, let's take a break because I can get pregnant so easily, you know, in 1, 2, 3, and I am pregnant, so quick and fast despite the age. That's how fertile I was. So the doctor said you need to take a break, Senora, and you have to. I had to take this hormone
Antidote?
hormone medicines for my thyroid for I think 3 months. I don't remember anymore. So anyway, I took it, and after that, so again, it was okay. It was probably I could get pregnant. I mean, I could try again this time, but even without trying, I got pregnant again, guys. I remember I was pregnant again after I had my DNC on September, the same month, September. I think September 23 also, just like the year before. And in May, after my therapy of 6 months, I had a 6 months, yeah, I remember now, 6 month therapy of this medicine, thyroxine. I took that. I got pregnant again. Shortly after I
How many times
finished
did
the,
you get
the
pregnant?
medicine, I got pregnant again.
How many times
And
did
we
you
were
get
in
pregnant?
Tunisia, I remember. That's when I found out that I was pregnant. But as soon as we landed back in Italy, 5 days after, again another spontaneous abortion. So I lost it again. So this time I said, oh, okay, I need to exercise. I need to take care of my body. Because if the doctor is saying my blood is thick and blah blah blah, I need to do something. So every day I was exercising. Every single day. I was doing ballet, gymnastics, everything you can think of. Every time my husband would come home late at night and I was still jumping and all of that, you know. I really was I took care of myself like I never did before, you know. I'm not a very athletic type. I don't even exercise. I'm just really thin. I mean, it's genetic. I'm just really slim, but I'm not into. Well, I used to dance the ballet. Anyway, this time, this time I would even do the split as far as I could. I didn't know I was already pregnant then. You know, this was the month of June. I was pregnant, June or July. I was pregnant again. I remember I was making a pee and I just, I was delayed for a couple of days. So I just tried, not for anything, I just tried, you know. I remember I was making a pee while reading the Bible. And I saw, oh my God, very quick. I didn't even mind it. You know, I was reading the Bible and doing praising song. I do this all the time, praise and worship. And I saw there was the line, 2 lines. I said, oh my God, very, very, very thick and very, very dark line on that pregnancy part. I said, oh my God. So I got another pregnancy kit, drank a lot of water, and I tested again. And this time it's even more, it's even thicker than the
Dr.
original.
Dino, here, how much pregnancy again?
Okay, this is my fifth. Okay.
What's this?
So I called my mother-in-law, and all she could tell me was, "Mamma mia!" It's like she was already desperate. I was like a rat, always pregnant, and she didn't like it. She didn't like me to get pregnant anymore because she felt it was too heavy on me, always getting pregnant and always having miscarriages, you know. So she said, "Mamma mia." So I could feel that she was helpless. I mean, she didn't want it anymore. So I called my sister, my eldest sister in the States, and I told her that I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant. So, we were ecstatic. And then after that, the last person I spoke to was my husband, and I showed him the pregnancy test to show that I was really pregnant. I had 3, because I time it again just to be sure. Honestly, I had a whole box of pregnancy tests given by my best friend Lucy. because because I would always test, if I was pregnant or not. Anyway, so we went to the doctor the next day, and again the same private doctor that I had,
I bet.
and then the rest is history. The pregnancy went on very well. Well, at first we went to Milan because that time it was already July. It was vacation time here. It was summer, so my doctor wasn't available. He was out of the country, and or out of town. I don't remember. So we went to Milan. We had to go to Milan and pay another private doctor. For every consultation fee here is like 100. It's a 180 euros for every consultancy. So we went to Milan, and the doctor there was very, very, when he heard of my history, he was not at all encouraging. He told me, "Oh, signora, è troppo piccolo." The sac was very small, and he said to me, "I have to be honest with you. Don't put so much hope on it because it's not likely to go on. It's very small, the sac." So, that day I felt like the world. I felt like the world falling all over me. I was so sad, despondent when I went home. As we were going home, I was crying. And I was crying, and I even told God, Lord, the next day. I woke up and I felt so low. This one really, I said it in church in my testimony. And I woke up feeling so heavy, and I went out into the garden, and I said, God, Lord, why are you doing this to me? No, you gave me this again. I'm pregnant again. And then the doctor said again that I am likely to lose it. Why are you doing this to me? Why do you have to make me pregnant, Lord? And then just take it back again. So I was crying. As I was crying, like something. Like I heard a voice telling me that, hey, why can't you believe? I was crying that time. And he said to me, why are you doubting? Why are you doubting? I made you pregnant just like that. You didn't even know. Without any effort on your part. Because true enough, that time I wasn't bent on getting pregnant. I was more bent on praising God and worshiping Him and doing my part. That was like taking care of myself. And he said to me, why can't you believe? I gave it to you just like that without any effort on your part. You didn't even know you were pregnant. And now you are pregnant, and why can't you believe? Why are you doubting? After that, I just felt like a huge relief, and I was so crying. This time it's tears of joy. I was really crying, and I told God, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. If someone would see me there, they would think I was crazy because I was saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. My voice was so loud. I was out in the garden, and I was saying, I was crying and thanking and praising God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Sorry. Thank you, Lord. And then from then on, it was so okay. The baby was very strong. Yes, there were bumps here and there. There were so many times that I felt my baby anytime every time I didn't feel him thumping and kicking in my womb. I would rush to the hospital because I always thought he was gone. But then every single tests I had, every single scan I had turned out normal, and the baby is, they told me it was very, very strong. Your baby is very, very strong, signora, come un cavallo, è un cavallino, troppo forte, molto forte. And that is the boy, the cavallino in my tummy. Say hello.
Hi.
That's him, my teacher Tonito, my little genio, my piccolo genio Antonio. Okay. It's my husband calling. See, honey, we're here at the spiel. No, maybe I can eat the whatever is there. I can eat the old pizza there in the bag. Just bring the bag
My mom
here.
is talking to my father.
Yeah. Okay, I'm doing a vlog. Ciao. So anyway, yeah, that's it. That's my baby boy there, and He was supposed to have been born on my birthday from April 22, on the week of April 22 to 28. So 28 is the birthday of my sister. But because he so wanted to go out already, wanted to 10 days before my due date, I was really I was very ready to pop, you know. He so wanted to go out already. So he came out a few days before my birthday. Okay, but then now every year we celebrate our birthdays together. And do you know that in all those pregnancies I had, three pregnancies I had in 2011, my first one, the baby should have been born on the same week of April 22 to 28, 2012. And then the second one, the other one that I lost, the one that was 3 months in my tummy, was supposed to have been born the year after, on the same week of April 22 to 28, 2013. And you know, Antonio was born on April. That week also, April 22 to 28, 2014. Can you imagine? Every year. I was supposed to have a baby every year. But anyway, my third pregnancy, the one that was lasted for 3 months, we found out from the autopsy that it was a girl. It was a baby girl. And the sad thing about it was that the baby was very normal. It's written in the document, in the autopsy report, that there was no problem, no chromosomal abnormality, no nothing. The baby was in perfect condition. So the problem was in me, you know. So that's why the doctor put me on this hormone therapy for my thyroid, not for the baby, for my thyroid. And but anyway, that was the only time I took those pills. After that, no more, because it only happens when I am pregnant. That's what I found out. Otherwise, everything is normal with me. I'm as healthy as can be, you know. And so that's it. I was supposed to have had three babies born on the same, practically the same dates, same birthday as me. Can you imagine if I gave birth to those other two? Can you imagine? And the other two babies that came in between those pregnancies should have been born in February, the birthday month of my husband. You know, third month of February. Can you imagine all our kids? We have five kids, three born on my birthday, and two born on the birthday of their dad. That would have been so fantastic. Anyway, I've been talking and talking too much here.
3, 2,
How many minutes? Okay, now I've got 60. What do I do next?
babies. According to my own x-ray, you had 102.
Yeah, now I have to share it.
You had 102 minus
So
103
that's it
babies.
for now, guys. This time I'm gonna share it on my YouTube channel.
Okay. So now you've got 34 babies, but then you lost all 30.
Yeah.
I mean 43. And then
What do I do?
now you got only one. According to my ex. According to my
No, I don't know what to do with it this time. Okay.
But when are you going to be pregnant again?
When am I going to be